All right, me and Dylan decided to come up with a new show. It's James's theories about how much actors get paid.
Not exactly how much they get paid, but who gets paid more within a cast. Who the top billed cast is, and in order.
And me and him had a disagreement on the new Aquaman top billed cast.
Yeah, who's getting paid the most, or possibly the same, or etc. Basically, the top billed cast. We kind of went over, like, we talked about it. We talked about who we think should get paid more, who should get paid less, who should get paid equal, etc. Although, you didn't say the whole cast, you just did the first two obvious ones. So let's just talk about it really quick.
Okay, so, let me lay it out that I think that the person that should get paid the most in a movie, regardless of anything, is the person that brings in the tickets. Like, that is what movies are trying to do. And that is where we started to disagree, because you feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have the same amount of screen time and the same amount of importance in a movie...
So same amount of role within the movie's story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Importance in the movie. Like, you deserve to get paid equal.
I think it's kind of a mix.
Okay.
Here's the deal. When it comes to, you said who brings in the tickets. Who brings in the tickets is kind of an opinion. That's like, some person could like someone more, and that's why they're going to see the movie. Like,
exactly.
Like, we were talking about The Hangover as a joke, for example. Someone could like Ed Helms, and that's why they go see The Hangover. Someone could like Bradley Cooper, and that's why they go see The Hangover. For those different people, that's who brings in the tickets. So I think it varies. Okay. For me, I think it's a matter of importance of role in the story. So, like, we had the Dumb and Dumber example. I think those two should have got paid the same amount of money because they both had pretty much the same role in the movie. They were on the screen for the same amount of time. They had the same role. That's kind of my basis. Like, I think they should have got paid the same, whereas I think if someone's definitely the main character of the movie, but, like, it's not really an equal movie, it's just about them, they obviously get paid more because, like, Doctor Strange, for example.
Yeah.
I actually think Benedict Cumberbatch should have got paid the most for that. He's the star of the movie.
Exactly.
He had the most screen time. Nobody really shared an equal amount of screen time with him. It was about him and no one else.
You know, we didn't talk about this. I weirdly think that Tilda Swinton should have got paid more than him. Because dude, when I heard she was going to be
She didn't bring in the tickets for me, though. I barely knew her.
And that's all marketing at that point.
That's
like that's where we start to disagree. And
honestly, Benedict Cumberbatch has never been one of my favorite actors, but after Doctor Strange, he's definitely, like, he's up there. But before, I think I didn't like him because of, like, Sherlock, and I just never really liked Sherlock.
It's marketing.
But I will say I was a little turned off to the movie because of that. Because he was in it, and now I love him in the movie. He was great. But how did you think Aquaman should have gone? Let's stay on.
Let's stay on.
I think people get an idea of what we disagree, but we have similar ideas.
Yeah, and I believe you should be judged on your talent, not just how much you're in it, how many tickets you're going to be sold. And Aquaman, I saw today.
So the more talented actor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
and
fair.
It's competition to me. Like, I go see good actors. I don't go see shitty actors. Like, that's no fun for me.
Damn, I have a question now. Okay, go ahead.
But Aquaman, Amber Heard's the top billed person on IMDb.
Okay, but I want to say that there is a chance, and here's my theory, and I agree that this should be the case. I genuinely think that they're getting paid the same amount of money. I think they're getting paid the same amount of money, and I think that they should. She shows up as top billed, but I think that's because her name starts with an A versus a J.
Which, cool.
Whatever. I think they're getting paid the same amount of money, and I think they should, because I've heard that she is just as much of a role in the movie as he is, but nobody's going to see a movie called Aquaman and Mera. They're calling it Aquaman because, in all reality, it's an Aquaman movie.
So they're selling it as an Aquaman movie, and so the other person should get paid just as much for being...
No, it's not. We're not arguing. We're not arguing.
I'm sorry.
I could have argued you and your whole more talented actor with Robert Downey Jr. in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's the more talented actor. He didn't get paid more.
He got paid third.
But he didn't get paid more, and that's what you said, okay?
Okay.
That's,
all right.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah.
we digress.
Okay, so, fuck your point. It's not valid.
Ouch.
I mean, you said mine wasn't at that point, so like think about it like that.
Okay.
Like,
anyways,
I think that they're probably obviously the first movie, like they did it with Ant-Man in a way.
yeah.
Ant-Man, it's called Ant-Man, and then the second Ant-Man is technically called Ant-Man and the Wasp. Do you consider that two separate movies, or was one a sequel? It's a sequel. I honestly think that it's possible that they're just making an Aquaman and a Mera movie because she's just as important of a character as Aquaman, really.
And I think they showed that in Justice League. I just don't think Amber Heard is up to the par.
Like, she didn't get paid more than him in Justice League.
Which she shouldn't have.
She shouldn't have. She literally was in the movie for 30 seconds.
But I'm going to go see Aquaman because Jason Momoa.
Okay.
And his new take on Aquaman. I'm not going to go see Mera as the Little Mermaid that she tends to look like.
So, here's my big question. If Mera wasn't in the movie,
I'd go see it.
you'd still go see it. I would still go see it. But do you think it would matter to the story?
The story
If
that
Mera
they're
didn't show up at all.
trying to tell? Yes. I
think in every...
Jason
I honestly think in every Aquaman story that Mera is such an important role. And
she is.
It's like Iris West to the Flash.
Which, at this point, she should get paid as much as Grant Gustin.
I wasn't talking about that. I'm just saying...
Yeah.
When it comes to parallels and roles, I think she's just as important of a character. Honestly, I could see in a Flash movie with those, if we get those two characters, I could see them getting paid the same.
Yeah, and I'm talking about...
But they're also both superheroes in Aquaman.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. But honestly, if they get paid the same, I think that's right, and I think they should. I think she's going to be... I think it's because I'm justifying the fact that I think she's going to be as equally important of a role as he is. And I agree. If it's based on talent, honestly, they're both really talented actors.
I'm not... You're basing it on, like, full-on talent. I'm basing it on market.
You said you're basing it on talent.
Well, the fact that the talent
actor
got to the fact that they can market this way.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is such a good actor. They can market him in Spider-Man.
That's fair, but...
So it helps sell tickets.
I mean, it helps, but Spider-Man was going to sell no matter what.
I know that.
Everybody knows every Spider-Man movie before sold, but Iron Man wasn't in those fucking movies.
It cemented it.
I guess. I mean, my deal is, like, I think it's importance of role in the movie. Like, if the character plays just as important of a role, if it's an equally shared role, equally shared screen time, importance of the plot, I think they should get paid the same.
And that's...
Because at the end, a title of a movie is just a fucking title.
And that's honestly where me and him differ, and that's why we came up with this new game.
Like, actually, here's a good question. So, it's Aquaman's movie, so you think he should get paid more?
Yeah.
What about Watchmen?
What about it? Like...
It's about all of them. Should they all get paid the same?
No.
Okay, see? So what about when it's not a specific one person?
But...
That's like a thing. Like, you can't gauge it based off of who it's about.
X-Men.
Yeah, okay, and this is a good one. Let's transition. X-Men.
Okay, so...
How do you think that top billing cast went?
And how I think it should have gone based on talent and merit instead of...
Don't say why. We know why you're basing it. Just say how you think it should have gone. Top billing cast.
First X-Men movie, Patrick Stewart is definitely number one.
You almost said McAvoy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
go ahead. Okay, so Patrick Stewart.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think Magneto is number two.
Okay, so Ian McKellen.
Yep. James Marsden.
Okay.
Yep. And then I think it's either Jean Grey or Hugh Jackman.
I'm going to make you pick one.
It's the girl.
Okay.
She's a great actress.
Here's the order it actually went in. Patrick Stewart, so you got that right. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One of his first movies.
That was one of his first movies. It was like...
Anyways.
It definitely... I don't think it was
in the beginning of his career.
Oh, that's fair. It was definitely close to the beginning of his career.
So, who's third?
That would be Ian McKellen, Magneto.
Okay. And then?
Jean Grey.
All right. I got one wrong.
So, Scott Summers, James Marsden, not even as far as we're concerned, not top 4.
That's messed up to Cyclops.
No,
Like,
I honestly
Cyclops is such a big role in the universe. That's a shame.
But what if it's based off of talent and not role in the universe, like I like to claim?
And then it comes down to it. Like, I just...
Talent? Maybe he wasn't as talented as the others.
And then, I guess he was in more movies than Hugh at that point. And I just couldn't imagine Hugh getting that paycheck. And that goes against what I've been saying. And that's okay.
Here's the thing is, I actually think that seems about right. I would maybe switch Hugh Jackman and Ian McKellen, but it's possible they got paid the same. It gives us the top billed cast on IMDb. It doesn't necessarily tell us 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 people could have all got paid the same amount of money for all we know. I'm going to say doubtful. But if I had to put it, for the sake of this, let's say it went 1, 2, 3, 4. I would switch those 2. But I do think Hugh Jackman should be over James Marsden.
No, now that I'm thinking about it,
I'm thinking
definitely
about,
X-Men was a Wolverine movie.
Yeah, X-Men was a total Wolverine movie. It was he was the first character to show up in the movie, realistically.
True.
He had more screen time than Cyclops, I think.
No, definitely. Now that we're talking about it, I'm just...
You remember the movie, yeah. You're like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right.
So what's the next one?
I'm pretty close. Let's go Batman versus Superman.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love this one.
All right. I think it's Cavill, Henry.
Okay.
Henry's top.
You think he's top? Okay.
If he's not...
Okay, go ahead.
It has to be Ben, who's second to me. Eisenberg.
Okay.
And then Amy Adams.
Okay.
And then...
You only did 4. You only do 4.
Yeah. Okay. Amy Adams.
What did you have 5th? Just curious.
I messed up. No.
Oh. Okay, so here is the order it goes in, and keep in mind it's possible that all of them or some of them got paid the same amount.
Or that's not even... It's just IMDb.
That as well. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill. Honestly, I think they got paid the same amount.
Probably the same.
Probably, and again, Ben
They
starts
probably
with a B.
wanted to get Ben in there, though, and paid him a little more.
Probably. Amy Adams.
Okay.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Hey, I got the 4 at least.
Yeah, you got the 4 right. Honestly, I think that order seems fair.
Yeah.
Like, if honestly,
Eisenberg came
here's the deal. With your thought process, like, if you are doing it based off of talent, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, no.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
I don't actually think that was how... I wouldn't do it based off of just the pure talent. I do think that they should have got paid the same. I think they share equal importance in the role of the movie, but I will say that they didn't share...
Power?
They didn't share the star power in a way. I would say character power, but I would say that I don't think they shared the same amount of screen time for sure. Like, that's definitely one of those ones that's kind of wishy-washy, but I think the order seems right. This is one of the ones that I'm like, okay, I could see this going this way.
And my big thing is, like, how much did you have to convince Henry Cavill to be Superman?
Oh, it did. That took no work, I bet.
How much you have to convince Ben Affleck to be Batman? Probably took a little work.
That took a little work, honestly. Well, Zack Snyder, he even said, like, Zack Snyder took a little work. He, like, had to explain the type of Batman that they were doing. Are we doing...
let's do Ant-Man and the Wasp next.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited for
this one. This is Dylan's...
I'm thinking this might be my favorite one to talk about, because I think this is really going to either piss James off, or I think it's just going to be... He's just going to be blown away. Let me pull it up. I'm really fucking excited.
All right.
So, tell me the order you think.
I went really conservative on this one as far as...
This was another big one we went with.
Just twisting and not going with my gut. So I go Michael Douglas.
Okay.
Eva. What's her last name?
Eva. Are you talking about... What's the character?
The Wasp.
Oh. Evelyn.
Yeah, Evelyn
G.
She's
Lilly.
second.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer's.
Okay.
Is third. And then Paul.
Okay. You only got one of those right.
Let's hear it. I want to know.
And you got the order right for the one that you did. The Wasp. Okay. She's number 2.
Which I'm good with. She struck me in the other movie. I said
you only got... The other ones didn't even fucking make the list.
Really?
Paul Rudd is not in the top billed cast.
What?
I don't know how accurate this is, but...
This can't be.
Hannah John Kamen.
Who's Hannah John?
Ghost.
Oh my god.
And then, Judy Greer, Maggie Lang.
Judy Greer?
Yep.
Who the fuck is...
Walton Goggins, whoever Sonny Birch is. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
This is not right.
I don't know. I don't think this is right, honestly, but...
Can I see at least? Yeah. Like, who are these people?
How about it?
No. Nah.
We need to look this up at the very end to make sure.
And if this is how Marvel's doing shit, they're...
Well, but this isn't how Marvel's doing shit. This is director's choice. This is
That's
director choice,
crazy.
studio choice. It is crazy.
All right.
But think about this.
You stumped me on this one.
Ghost could be one of the most important characters. In my mind, that would work. I don't know about top build, but top 4, yeah, maybe. Villain? Yeah. But...
That's weird.
I think Paul Rudd and... I think Ant-Man and the Wasp. The movie's called Ant-Man and the Wasp. They're sharing an equal role in the movie. It's a team-up movie. Honestly, I think they should get paid the same amount.
That's
because
really weird.
At this point, it's not just an Ant-Man movie anymore.
No, and this is the one that we both agree on, that they're equals.
Yeah, at this point, they're equals in this movie.
I do go and see it for Paul Rudd from the first one and Ant-Man, but I've been so intrigued with who the Wasp was. And I think that's my inner nerd.
I'm excited to see more of her. Honestly, a big part of the reason why I'm going to see the movie is because we get more out of her character than we did with Paul Rudd. Because honestly, we saw a lot with Paul Rudd.
I have to say, did you notice the copycat scene from Deadpool that they did with the Wasp, though?
No, what are you talking about?
Where she's, jumping through the SUV. That was so taken from Deadpool.
I'm calling bullshit.
All right. Well,
I'm calling bullshit.
I saw it. It is what it is.
I mean, that's like...
That, yes, SUV scene's becoming something. You're going to see it more.
But, the only reason I think you're drawing that comparison is because it's an SUV, and that's just what corporations and evil government corporations drive. Whereas if it was just a car... What?
Okay, Q.
I'm just saying, what Q?
Q ain't on.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not understanding the reference.
No, you're fine.
What I'm saying
Conspiracy theories will.
Well, that's the thing, is that's... In those movies, is it not what they drive?
No, I got you. I'm giving you a hard time.
So, what if it was a car? Would you have thought it was the same thing?
Maybe.
If it was just a little... if it was just a little sedan?
When she goes into the SUV, comes really big, punches both guys in the back seat, it just reminded me when Deadpool just, went into the ceiling of the sunroof.
Fair.
And then did that, and then started beating up the driver, and that's what she literally did.
Fair.
But also,
I think it's just car chase superhero scene. I don't think it's a rip of Deadpool.
Watch for the superhero landing, right? Kind of. Okay.
I don't know.
Let's move on to Tag.
Tag. Okay, this one's fun. This one's pretty fun. I don't know.
I want to see it. I want to go turn my head off and go laugh at this movie.
What's your order?
All right. Jeremy Renner's number 1.
Okay.
In my book.
Okay.
John Hamm, Mad Men.
Okay.
Definitely number 2.
Okay.
Jake Johnson after New Girl and Jurassic World.
Okay.
Definitely up there. He did Cops or
Let's Be Cops.
Let's Be Cops.
Pretty good movie.
Super hilarious.
Pretty good.
And then I think it's Ed Helms.
Okay. So I think a lot of what I don't know. I feel like a lot of yours are based off of household names in a sense.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I would say Jake Johnson, not a household name though.
No, but
Ed Helms, I could say Ed Helms is getting there.
But that's where I think their talent gets them.
The order's paid off, but you have the 4 correct.
Okay.
So you did good there. Jeremy Renner is number 1.
Hey, first one. I know the first.
Again, keep in mind, it's also possible they all got paid the same amount. I'm going to say doubtful, but it's possible some of them got paid the same amount.
I don't think
Ed Helms is 2nd.
I could see that.
Jake Johnson is 3rd. John Hamm is 4th.
Nice.
And I don't see John Hamm really I know he can be funny, but I don't see him being the biggest character in the movie at all.
No, I think
he's just kind of there to have fun.
Just John Hamm in Mad Men just really did it for me.
Okay, so that was 5.
Well, we did basically 5. Let's do the retro one.
Let's do the fun one. So Batman and Robin.
It's been so long since I've seen this movie.
This one's pretty fun. Batman and Robin.
Such a child.
The George Clooney 1997 Batman and Robin movie with Chris O'Donnell as Robin.
I have to literally try and remember when I was a child. And like,
So I'm gonna list.
I don't even have like a reference of how good these actors were. I'm going off the child mind right now.
So you got to remember, there was also Bane was in the movie. You got to remember.
I hope Bane didn't get paid as much as George Clooney.
So there was also there was the guy who played Commissioner James Gordon. There was Alfred Pennyworth. There was Batgirl, technically Barbara Wilson.
I totally forgot about Batgirl.
Yeah, I'm naming the characters that you did forget to mention. So if you want to change your answers.
No, I'm going to stay with it. I think it's just going to be more fun to find out.
Okay.
I'm going to go with George Clooney, definitely number 1.
Okay.
I think Uma Thurman got paid number 2.
Okay.
Arnold.
Okay.
And then the guy that played Robin.
Chris O'Donnell.
Now I might change Chris O'Donnell to... God, what's Batgirl's real name?
Barbara... Oh, they... Okay, so... Barbara Gordon's technically the...
No, what's the...
Alicia Silverstone.
I think Alicia
Barbara Wilson was technically the name of Batgirl in this movie, which is trash, but whatever.
Anyways,
so you're switching those two.
I think she got paid more than the guy that played Robin. Because the whole controversy with Robin, I don't think he got paid that much, because they still had paid Damon Wayans.
But that was for a different movie.
No, it was...
It was for Batman Returns.
Oh, was it the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got those mixed up. But still, I don't think they were trying to pay him that much.
Okay, so you're gonna fucking love this. I'm gonna give the order in reverse. So number 4 was Uma Thurman.
Damn. Well, she's still top 4.
Chris O'Donnell was number 3.
All right. Best character in the bad movie.
George Clooney was number 2.
Who was number 1?
Arnold.
All right.
So, Mr.
Now
Arnold was number 1. George Clooney was number 2. In a movie about Batman and Robin were paid 2nd and 3rd. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, was the top billed character.
I can see that, though, now that I'm thinking about it.
And this is one of the points I'm trying to make of, I don't necessarily think that's right.
But it is, because...
I don't think it's right. Honestly, at the time, George Clooney and Arnold, No, I do remember hearing that they got paid different amounts. George Clooney was paid more. Not paid more. George Clooney was paid less than Arnold.
I just remember the height of the 90s. And Arnold! And, why wouldn't you pay more to Arnold? Because he's going to bring in the tickets. That makes total sense to me now that we're talking about it. Arnold was the big ticket buy. Anything that revolved around Arnold at that point, Terminator, all that shit, you wanted to see Arnold. And George Clooney literally...
I wanted to see Batman.
Yes, but you... I don't know, man.
That's just something I like, no matter
90s kids love Arnold.
I mean, it's not like I was born in fucking 2000. I was born the year the movie came out. And I watched the movie growing up still. So, I know. And, that means I just had more time to watch all those movies.
It's just culture at the point.
I mean, here's the
deal. That's what it's by doing the retro thing, it's just where these people were at that point in their career.
Here's the deal. Back around the 90s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, I think it did go more your way. It was more, who's the biggest fucking name? We'll put them as the top.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
Bruce Willis and Tom Cruise could still do it.
I'm surprised Jack Nicholson didn't get paid more than Michael Keaton. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get paid more.
Oh,
he didn't. Keaton got paid more.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Actually, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I know. They might have got paid the same, actually, now that I think about it. I just don't think that's right. I don't know.
I think the most talented person should get paid the most.
No. Oh, okay, so here's the deal.
Obviously, I don't get this right, and I don't know talent.
Okay, Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2.
What?
Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2. He's the most talented out of several of those actors. Should he have gotten paid more for that small cameo?
He should have got paid more than any of the other X-Forces that died that quickly.
Let's find out. More than Bill Skarsgård? Who actually had...
Yes. Maybe
no.
Because he filmed it before it came out.
Okay, so
that's all I have to say. He filmed it before it came out. He was not the big star. He only had what he had to negotiate. Brad Pitt has a world of of work to
So do you think
negotiate.
he should have got paid more than Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Yeah. Oh, remember they killed her off in the very beginning?
Oh, you mean, yeah.
Should he have gotten paid more than her?
No.
I don't like that that's so hard for you to answer. Fuck no, he shouldn't have.
No, I just don't want to go against my opinion. Give me a break.
I mean,
it's a hard thing for a human being to just, like, admit that they, like, nope. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
it's a hard thing, and I'm willing to.
But here's the deal. To be fair, she's becoming more of a household name. But there is no way in fucking hell he should be getting paid more than the other X-Force characters.
For getting shocked like that. Like, they're just paying for his likeness.
They didn't even use him. They probably used him as a voice actor for 2 scenes. You heard his voice twice. Once, maybe, even.
I think he's the one that
you
said
just see
something
a clip
about
of him getting shocked. You barely see him.
I think he's the one that says something about the weather being bad.
He does, yeah.
Like, the weather doesn't look good.
More than Dopinger?
No. Okay. No.
Okay, that's fair.
No. Like...
Well, the girl who plays Vanessa got paid more than him.
That's fucked up, too.
I don't think that's fucked up.
What? Dopinger... okay, now I'm going off the first Deadpool movie.
See? Yeah, you're going off the first one. Think about...
He wasn't actually that much in it. Vanessa was a very important character.
Oh, well, she did in the first one, too.
I can see that.
But that's the thing, is you see it. Like, if you were to compare her in that one versus Dopinger in the first one...
Like, if they would have put his character more in the second one, he should have got paid more at that point. But she was such a turning point in that whole story.
Okay, so now you're understanding where I'm coming from a little bit.
No, I get that.
Story-wise, it's like, it's who plays more of a role in the story. Like, he didn't play really a dick for a role in the story. He was just kind of comedy.
But I'm saying when it gets to equal, just like, and this all stems from my whole Amy Schumer thing, where she thinks that she should get paid like Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle.
Well, we can all agree that's fucked up and dumb.
Well, and that's the mindset. Be as good of an actor, get paid like that actor, regardless of sex or anything.
Ooh, I wanna.
But
ooh.
This
okay,
is
wait.
All right,
one more.
Last one.
A Quiet Place. We talked about this briefly. A Quiet Place. We talked about how John Krasinski is the director of the movie.
Yep.
We talked about how him and Emily Blunt both kind of play an equal role in the movie. But I think he shows up more in the trailers. And I haven't seen the movie, so it's kind of hard to tell.
I haven't either, and I need to. So bad.
I feel dumb for not seeing it, but I've been busy.
It's so amazing.
But what do you think? We'll end this just as a fun one at the end.
So I think that it comes down to statistically, men watch movies more.
And keep in mind, there's only like 8 people in the whole movie.
That's fine, and it is what it is at that point. Like, I'm not trying to be sexist or say women don't enjoy movies, but it tends to be that men end up going and seeing more movies. So why wouldn't you put out, as a marketing person, images of men? Because you mentioned that he's the primary person in the commercials.
Well, these guys could be going to see the movie because of the female character.
Which, totally cool. Emily Blunt is gorgeous.
Okay, what do you think the order is?
I think it's Emily. She deserves it. John, and then the kids.
That's right, yeah. That's perfect. You got it. You got 100% correct.
Like...
Honestly, I don't know if that should have been it. I think, honestly, John got paid more because he's the director.
Well, ultimately, he probably got paid more. But it all goes into the same fucking bank because they're married.
Yeah, but as a cast, honestly, they probably got paid the same, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised because what's the fucking point?
Yeah, but I will say they market him more in the trailers.
Yeah, and that goes back to marketing. And what's it all about? Who can market... It's like, why did we cast Scarlett Johansson in Ghost Shell? Because she's going to sell tickets. I'm sorry. There's just not a popular Asian woman like Scarlett that's going to sell the tickets that she does. And
I don't necessarily know if that's true. I feel
Who? Name one.
Well, don't get angry.
No, I'm sorry.
You're getting very heated.
I got heated.
You got very heated.
Name one.
Hold on. My phone's...
Emily Blunt, Nicole Kidman. Like, it's just marketing. And if you can't market actors, then they can't get roles because it's all about money. That's all it's about. And I think that's what this game comes down to. It's really fun that, yeah, I'm wrong. Whatever. But I was close.
Okay, let's do this.
We got one last thing.
No. I'm trying to... fucking phone. Keep talking.
Just keep talking, James. Just keep plugging away. It's a really weird thing where, like, I just think actors should be represented upon actors, and it sucks that sometimes you don't get paid as much as other actors, and obviously I'm wrong half the time to think that the actors that are getting paid what I think they are wrong. Like, look at Ant-Man and the Wasp. I was nowhere close.
Oh, she could have done it, actually.
Dylan found somebody.
Oh, it was a girl from Teen Wolf.
Yeah, but she doesn't sell tickets.
No, and that wasn't the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is, like, someone else could have done it. But that's the thing, is that wouldn't have changed the movie. The movie honestly did really bad.
Yeah,
but when you do that, when you make a bad movie and put a good actress behind it, that doesn't mean it's, like, right.
No,
mind.
I'm not trying to say that, but these companies are just trying to make money when it comes down to it.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean,
that's the main goal, but the directors don't always do that way. I mean, the directors obviously want to make money, it's their job, but the directors sometimes just want to watch a movie, make a movie.
And that's why indie films are some of the best that you can make, because there's no overlaying, like, you can't do this, or you have to do this. Like, where, hey, you have to put Scarlett Johansson in your movie to make money. Because if you don't, then we're not going to make money, and we're not going to give you money.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Ghost in the Shell was a weird one. We're over our time, though.
Yeah. Anyways, it was a fun game.
So which one do you think surprised you the most?
I think it's Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I don't even know if that's real.
It's honestly almost so unbelievable, but it's what it says. I don't know.
I think I love the fact that I was so close to Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, you were pretty close on that one. You had it spot on with one of them.
I think it was...
was it...
It was basically Batman
10?
versus Superman, I think.
No, one of them I think you got all right. One of them you had completely right, I think.
Maybe it's not one we wrote down.
Yeah, it was one we didn't write down.
I think remember. I just I named it off. But thanks for tuning in. This is just a fun game. Guess how much people got paid?
Yeah, I think this is a fun one. Like, we can even switch it up and have me do it next time or something similar. Like, this is fun.
Like, I hope you enjoyed.
I know we did.
Getting paid equally is very important for the work you put out. And I think me and Dylan very much
understand that. And
we agree upon that.
I mean, we used to work together and we did the same job for a while. So, like, we get it.
And
we didn't even know we got paid the same amount. You thought you got paid more than me, and I thought I got paid more than you.
Exactly. It's just games, and it's all about making money. And we're just trying to kind of make fun of it, and we might get heated, but that's the realness.
We?
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
I'll get heated.
No. I get excited.
But follow me on Twitter at mayhem_Ren.
And me at R2Dylan.
And we'll catch you next time we do this.